Cancer is not fair. We need to fight harder. We need to understand better. We need to take steps forward.
It is so heartbreaking to see the parents, how they react, but unfortunately, sometimes you have to say no.
A lot of these children, they have dreams. I want to give these children a fighting chance.
The doctors would tell us, when patients hear about this, they don't come back anymore. They just wait for the disease to take over. We just accept it, let it happen.
St. Jude was founded in the 1960s with a goal that no child should die in the dawn of life. And that means any child suffering today of cancer is our responsibility.
At St. Jude, we don't care who cures cancer, we just need to advance the cure.
Our mission is local and global.
This is what we're all called to do, to address the suffering of precious children and their families on a global scale.
Real victories are those that protect human lives. You should be the hope for any child across the globe.
We all exist here on this planet to benefit others.
If we have the ability to help, then we have a responsibility to help.
I think it's the kind of place that stands as a beacon for pediatric cancer.
St. Jude is bold to try and bump cure rates all around the world.
Unbelievable courage to tackle the impossible.
These are the kind of discoveries that you want the world to have.
This is the movement.
We could save more lives.
St. Jude, you're saving so many children.
This is the effort.
So we want to reach out to more children and cure more.
Transform the landscape of pediatric cancer care across the globe.
Help humanity at large.
Every child with cancer should be cured. Our work's not done. Every child
should be able to live a long, healthy life.
And we will not stop until we cure all these children.
You're doing something good, not only for the patients, but for the world. When Danny Thomas said no child should die, he was thinking about kids all over the world.
Welcome, everyone, to the
hey.
2023 Podcast to Hope lineup show.
And you know what? Somebody already made a comment, and I want to address it too. They said, are they going to need tissues for the show before the show? The answer to that is no. No, you're not going to need that. Don't listen to Gary. So, yes, it's tear-jerking, and it's hard when you're watching something like this. But just like the mission of St. Jude, the real St. Jude, the one when you're down there, it's not about being sad. It's about being happy because of the huge strides they made. Mm-hmm. We won't have time to get into it tonight, and we'll barely have time to talk about it on the show, but the information's out there. They have literally changed the world for so many families that you're sad when you first think about it, but you got to be so happy. We're not going to get into the rates and everything else, but they have changed the lives of so many people. And they make it so fun down there. It's not like a boring hospital. So reframe how you're thinking about this. We're going to talk about a lot of fun stuff tonight.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
When we do the show, it's not going to be a bunch of sad stuff. We're not trying to hurt anybody with it, right? But it's going to be, it's fun. We're going to try to create the same atmosphere of fun that St. Jude does. So I just want to frame that before we get started, because it's easy to get your mind down that road really quickly, and then you need a whole box of tissues and you're crying.
Yeah.
It's happy tears because you're seeing the kids do better, but still, So we want to go to just a heads up to everybody.
Yeah.
Now, I'm not going to say that I've never cried during one of their videos, right? That's or when I was in St. Jude myself, not as a patient, but as Christy worked there, and I was there and having to understand what they're going through, but in a happy way. That's even harder than standing there and crying. So we're going to go with happy, fun stuff. We're going to celebrate instead of focusing.
Absolutely.
On the
Yeah. And I there's one other video we'll show tonight. We're not going to go forever tonight, but I do have one other one that kind of goes the opposite way, like Jesse's saying. Really thrilled that that St. Jude has provided us with a lot of really cool items, and they've given us access to their brand info, so that's going to be really good for us. In fact, I went out the other day to look, and we're going to have some new videos for this year, and they're really good. I'm really thankful because they're doing all the production for that, so we benefit from that. So a couple things tonight as we go through the lineup. We do have some giveaways. So tonight, if you put #hope in the chat room, then you'll be eligible. We have 3. I have to get used to. I put my camera over here because I got my St. Jude thing behind me, so I got to do it all in reverse. But we have 3 promo packs that we've put together that we're going to be giving out tonight. They're cool items that St. Jude has provided us. I mean, all the way down to socks. I have really cushy socks I'll be giving away. So, hey, who doesn't like a good pair of cushy socks to wear?
Especially this time of year,
as the weather changes.
Cooler in some areas,
I don't know what age I was when I started loving socks as presents. But
yes.
I'm past that age. I'm already past it. So I don't know what age it was. I'm in full swing of that.
These are not for you. These are for other people. So I guarantee you there's people.
I quit.
Note to self to everybody in Florida: if you want to give an FTF prize potentially for Jesse, put socks in that cash for him.
I'm there. I got it. I'm taking that thing.
Hey, Burnt Turtles is on board with it. So if he's on board with it, I know
that's right. We're good to go.
A lot of intelligent, wonderful people out there like socks. So there you go. There's other things too. I've got a pin that's kind of big old. It's a pretty good sized pin. I mean, I know it's hard to tell but it's a big, large pin. I got a bunch of good giveaways. So we got some prize packs. So we're good to go there. And so #hope, we'll be giving those away during this little show, and we're going to get started. We do have some other notes that we'll be giving you along the way, so you can help. Because the folks that are watching tonight, one of the things I want is we need more ambassadors. So if you all would help us with social media posts or telling friends or email or whatever way you prefer to share about Podcast to Hope, please do so. We can only reach, so many, but together
spread the word.
We can all spread the word. So
are you about to jump into the lineup?
Yeah. Are we ready for that?
No, I'd say hold on one second.
Okay.
Why don't we do just because there's a lot of new people that have come in since we've done one before. Who wants to give a quick elevator speech of what we're even talking about?
I think you would be perfect for that.
Yeah, Jesse. I think you should go for it.
But okay. So just real quickly, for those that have joined us since last year, once a year, obviously this is a podcast about geocaching, and we play and do and have fun and everything else. And years ago, Gary came up with an idea that we were going to do a fundraiser once a year for a good charity. We picked St. Jude that year. And what year was that, Gary?
2016.
So the short version is we were going to switch charities every year. But we started with St. Jude. And just once we got to talking to him and everything else, we already knew what St. Jude was. And my wife used to work there. So we picked that one. there was just no way we could ever go away from St. Jude. We couldn't stop supporting St. Jude, right? So since then, it's kind of grown, and every year we do a podcast. Now it's up to 8 hours because Gary's just a taskmaster. And tortures all of us. But it's up to 8 hours, and we try every year. Gary's great about getting awesome guests every year. We try every year just to make the most fun guest and the most fun during that 8 hours. We give away prizes the whole time. Just to help people, want to give. There's a lot of games going on. It's a fun night. It's totally different than everything else we do all year long. For one thing, it's 8 hours. For another thing, it's not really obviously geocaching leaks into everything, but it's not really about geocaching. It's geocaching interests, things that would interest geocachers. And we try to raise the most money we possibly can. None of it goes to geocaching, geocache talk. None of it goes to any of us. It all goes straight to us, never goes in our hands, goes straight to St. Jude. And we do our best. And obviously they help us out. They give us prizes, and we have we'll talk about the prizes later. A lot of people donate prizes, and everybody just kind of gets on board, and we have just a blast that night. There's been some huge highlights over the years, which we can talk about later. But if you're tuning in for the first time and you're like, why are these guys talking about this? It's a once a year thing. It's our one fundraiser of the year. We do it right before Christmas. And I think we're going to keep doing it forever.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Go ahead, John.
And I got to say something. I mean, we all know the geocaching community, how awesome it is. And, that feeling when you come together, if it's for events or for different purposes. And I think this has been such a cool thing, and I know I'm excited for the 8th year because I think every year we've done this, we put in a goal out there and we've exceeded that goal. And this is just such a cool thing for everybody to come together to do this one. So I know I'm excited, Gary. I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Each year I start in January looking for guests or shaking the bushes, looking for the right people and I've worked hard on, getting the right guests, I think each year. And we have been fortunate. We don't have time tonight to talk about all the wonderful guests we've had over the years. Notable and celebrity and non-celebrity. We've kind of had both. So I mean, it's always fun to get a Mike Rowe or Jim O'Hare on. Those were those kind of are really, really cool. But I think we've been fortunate that I mean, from celebrity to geocaching celebrity, we get Geocache on, or we have different people that we've had on that have been just great. They're great guests to have. So yeah, so we're gonna go through tonight. We'll do a couple of the hours. We'll talk about a couple of the hours, and then we'll give some stuff away. So let's start with the and I'm using Central Time. Obviously, convert to your time. So we'll start with the 4 p.m. Central Time is where we start, and we'll go up through 11 for the night. So we're going to start out with a bang. We're right out of the gate. We're starting big. So our first guest that we are going to have on is, I got photos to show you guys too. So our first guest is Heather Antos. So Heather is the there's some information on her. She's the group editor at IDW. She's also in licensing at IDW. She's working in the licensing area. Heather is an Eisner, Harvey, and Hugo nominated editor and story consultant who has worked with companies like Marvel, Lucasfilm. Currently, she's a group editor at IDW Publishing. She's working on the Star Trek comic line. And over the years, Heather has worked on and been the editor for some of the very notable Star Wars comic books, the Darth Vader relaunch. A lot of these were relaunched when Marvel was sort of in a relaunch with Disney, and she got to come on board early on. So she has been involved with some of the biggest brands, and just really looking forward to having her on and to discuss things that she's done. She is going to be a wonderful interview, I really believe. She's this is one of those that was a swing for the fences, and it worked out. So,
that is incredible, Gary. I remember when you announced that internally, and we were all just like kind of blown away. We're like, oh man, that's going to be so cool to hear from her on that one.
Yes. I'm only spilling slight beams tonight because I've got she's got stories I know of, and she was, people don't realize that things work kind of in some ways in reverse, and that is the comic book line of these various products that she's been involved with, the different intellectual properties. There have been times when it's actually worked in the other direction. And again, I'll let her share her big one, but there are characters that have been in the comic books that get pulled into live shows, or into Disney Plus shows, and people don't realize. I mean, they're either in book form a lot of times. A lot of the Star Wars, Ahsoka came from the cartoon series, but a lot of the books, a lot of the information, or a lot of characters have come out of books, and in this case, there's comic books that have actually been part of live shows, and so that's gonna be fun to have her talk about that. So really looking forward to having her on. So it's gonna be interesting. She's kind of been in both worlds, which is kind of interesting. Star Wars and Star Trek, usually the two don't meet, but she's done both. She's also done, and this will also be interesting, is the fact that she's done other, or she's in charge of editing all comics in a long. If you go look at IDW, they have a wide range.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you're talking about My Little Pony. You've got Ninja Turtles. So it's not just Star Wars, Star Trek stuff. Yeah, you like the Ninja Turtles, John? Is that a
that gets me a little excited. I'll tell you that much. Yeah.
So
you know what? I actually like all the comics. I like them more than the movies, which is kind of weird, right?
Yeah.
But I don't rush out to see the movies. I'd rather read the comic book, and I've been fascinated with comic books forever. So I think it's going to be an interesting one.
Well, and that's a challenge, right? They have all that material, and then they put it into a movie, and there's so much more.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. I mean, would just be like fascinating to hear from her, like how does that all work, to think of like the role she has in doing that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's gonna be a great interview. Lock and Key, if you're familiar with Lock and Key, that's a big series right now on Netflix. Lock and Key is one of their intellectual properties, referred to as an IP. So their comics have basically become, they're in Netflix now, and they're running. So she's in charge of all that. She's the editor of all that, and fascinating. It'll be very fascinating. So again, we're going to start with a bang, and out of the gate, and it's going to keep. It's like a roller coaster. We're starting at the top, and we're just going to keep going. So, so that's 4 p.m. Now we go to 5 p.m. and we'll do 5 p.m. and then we'll do a giveaway. So just kind of.
Hey Gary, can I provide you an answer with 5 p.m. in the form of a question?
Yeah. Let's do that.
Okay. My answer is who is Jared Watson?
Yes, I should have asked the question first because that's not the correct question. The Jeopardy question is a 3-day Jeopardy champion. He won over $56,000, and he came from his first win he was in the negative. I mean, his first win. In fact, many of the Jeopardy nerds, the Jeopardy geeks out there that watch a lot of that, have said that his first win was from as far back as you could probably get and actually win. So yes, so you're correct, and you did it in the form of a question. Who is Jared Watson? That's right. Jared is a 3-time Jeopardy champion, and I have so many questions. Yes. I mean, what are the inner workings of and he got to meet
me and Alex on there now. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
So, there's Jared, but how does that all work? What are they looking at? How do the screens work?
Like, how do you train for this too?
That's the real question you want to ask.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Those are great questions.
Like, how can you know all that stuff?
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah. So it's going to be fascinating to get the inside scoop on it is going to be great. And here's the other big thing. Jared will be right next to me.
Wow.
So Jared's going to be in studio for Podcast of Hope. So very excited to have Jared with me. Good friend of the family. I talked to him and made sure that he had a kitchen pass for the night from his wife. So that'll be fun.
Here's the question. If we gave him trivia questions,
right,
and gave you only geocaching questions, how do you think you would fare?
Ooh, good question.
That's really good. Because he's a 3-time champion, so he knows.
Yeah, I wouldn't take that bet.
Oh yeah. I mean, he knows his
that would
stuff.
be a smart bet to take for sure.
Yeah. That's funny.
So that'll be awesome. So we're gonna get the behind the scenes scoop. How does this actually work? And how does Jeopardy work? That's what we're gonna find out. So, and what was it like? What was it like to talk to her and to be on there? He's hoping to be on Tournament of Champions. That's I think that I don't know if they're all invited back or they only invite certain ones back, but I did see a note that he's hoping to get to be invited back for the tournament because it wasn't like a one time. He won 3. He won 3 nights, almost won a 4th, but he won 3. So that'll be fun.
That's impressive.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah.
All right. Let's do our first. Should we do our first giveaway and then we'll roll from there?
Yeah.
I like it.
All right. Make sure that hit red carpet. There you go. Red carpet at Slinkard Studios. There we go. Exactly. All right. So make sure you put a hashtag hope and we will do our first drawing. So hashtag hope if you haven't done it yet. Put that in hashtag hope. And we'll do our first drawing. I'll give everybody a moment to get there. Hashtag hope in the comments. So that is good if you're doing that.
What are you giving away this first time, Gary?
They're all prize packs from St. Jude. So
okay.
I've got several pairs of socks. I got pins. I have what else do I have? I got a tumbler. I'm gonna put them together in three packs. So here I can grab some more of this. I'll grab some more stuff to show you. But
yeah, Jen's hoping to win some of the socks right there.
Yeah, right. There we go. Sock, big money, no whammies too. So here we go. Let me share screen. They call it present now. So let me do a present. Share screen. And we're going to show the giveaway tool. All right. Here we go. I'm pushing the button for the first
we don't see it
giveaway
yet.
number 1. Here it goes. Oh,
we can't see the screen yet. There you go.
Oh,
there we go.
It's going.
Here we go.
I'm pulling it up.
Got it.
Oh man, congratulations,
Oh,
Bryan.
let me spin again. No, I'm kidding. Bryan won.
Wait a minute.
He got the first
what
pack.
prize does Ryan get for this one? Is he getting the socks?
When are the GT?
I think we need some GTN socks.
That's prize pack. I got several. He gets a whole prize pack.
Yeah,
I'm
looking for some
GT.
GT.
We need those.
Trackable wool socks. That's what I'm looking for myself.
Trackable socks. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. Perfect. All right. First one in the book.
Move on to the 6 o'clock hour.
6 o'clock. Before we do that, though, I do want to mention a couple items. I wanted to because people ask periodically, and a good question. So we want that is how much have we raised over the years? So let me put that in the show notes because it's a really good question.
It is a good question.
How much have we raised, and how long have we been doing this? So, here it is as a banner.
Wow,
we have raised $49,880.18 over 7 years, and that has ramped.
Yeah,
Jesse will remember.
Good for a podcast about geocaching.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for a niche sport, and that the other thing too is when we first started, our goal was $1,000. So, so yeah, we've come a long way, baby.
That's right.
Our goal in 2016 was to raise 1,000, and we did. So we figured let's double it. Next year we wanted to raise 2,000. We raised 2,000, and then in 2018 we doubled it. And we raised 4,000. And then 2019, Jesse told me I had to tap the brakes, so we couldn't go to 8. So we did 5, but we raised in 2019, we raised 7,750. So I'm glad he told me to tap the brakes because we wouldn't have made 8.
No.
But the next year, we did 8. Our goal was 8, and we raised 10. And then our goal the next year was 10, and we raised 11,400. And then last year our goal was to raise 12,000, and we raised 13,683 and change.
And it's almost always been right in the last minute.
It seems that way, doesn't it?
It's right in the last minute. Like we're all about to have a heart attack. We don't want it to be the year that we don't reach our goal, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's amazing how things find that perfect time. And I think one of the cool things too, how many people come back year after year after year to participate in podcasts. I hope to. I mean, to me, that is such a cool thing.
Yeah. We'll talk about the how the prizes work and how it's all working here in a moment. Let me give you the next couple of guests. The next one, we're switching gears pretty much everyone's a switch gear. I think we went from
Mm-hmm.
Heather, group better, to Jared, a three-time Jeopardy champion. But we can't miss having Bryan on the show. So Bryan's been on quite a bit lately. On Podcast Ho, Bryan Roth. He's the president and co-founder of Geocaching.
Mm-hmm.
And Bryan has always been gracious to join us on the show, the different shows that we've had. And Bryan is a big supporter of Geocache Talk and St. Jude, and is always willing to be part of the show. So we're always excited to have Bryan. And, to me, I think it's still a big deal. I mean, that we're able to get,
that's huge. Yeah. And that he would even do it, right? Like, he doesn't have to do this.
No,
he doesn't have to spend his time coming on our show to do this. He's running the company. You know what I mean? He's every year, and he's doing it. He doesn't get anything out of it. He doesn't need any promotion.
No.
He's the president. He doesn't need any promotion.
Yeah.
He comes in and he comes in and does it. I think it adds legitimacy to the show that we're doing for geocachers. And he helps us get every year. I think he helps bring a lot of people in to raise that money.
Yeah. No, you're exactly right.
Absolutely. And I think, it's just so cool to see Bryan behind this, so many other people in the community too. And and I'll tell you, every time Bryan's on the show, I get something new that I've never known about geocaching or the history of the game. And to me, that is so cool when he's on to learn those things.
Well, not only that, you can tell. I mean, he's also a geocacher too, right? It's not, like that old hair commercial. I'm not just the president; I'm also a member or whatever. But he's, you can tell he's excited about it, and obviously he has to not give away secrets. But you can tell he's on the verge of it all the time because he gets so excited. So he's got to always watch what he's doing because he likes talking about it, right? You can tell he legitimately enjoys what he's doing and the direction they're taking the company and stuff. So it's pretty cool to see that aspect of it every year.
Definitely.
He also really will answer in pretty much any question. I mean, we never ambush him, but
no, of course
we do ask him some hard stuff sometimes, and he's willing to sort of pull the curtain back and go, you know what, here's what we can do, here's what we can't do, here's, so I think that's always a good thing, and Bryan's always willing to be honest and let us know, how things are going, and he's always been very forthright with us. So love having,
absolutely
love having on. So that's 6 p.m. Central. So the next one is 7, and it is still in the works. But I wanted to go ahead and get the show out there. But we're working with St. Jude. They're going to bring us a guest, and going to be great. I mean, we've had some incredible guests on the last few years, and working with Jillian over there in the promotions group, and they're going to get us a great guest. She's working hard to get that, so we're excited to have a St. Jude person on. We asked her when we were at Cache Fest. I said, "Hey, we're in Memphis? Can we get an employee to come by and say a few words?" And she came back. She goes, "Yeah, let me go do some checking on that." And so she came back, goes, "Well, how about a patient family?" Patient family.
That was such an incredible moment. That really was.
Yahtzee, they win. That's like the that's the top of the line. So having a patient family and a patient, go ahead.
If that doesn't connect you to what we're trying to do, nothing will, right?
Yeah.
Like if you hear a family story and you're not like, okay, what do I need to do to raise money?
Yeah.
Then I can't imagine, and that's not against any other charity. It's just for me, this one hits home so hard. I'm just
me too.
What do you need? What do I have? What can I give you?
Yeah, what can I do? you know, and that was a great moment. Like John said, you know, the mom and her daughter were there, and it's like, you know, you're saying, what can I give you? You know, and so we had some gift bags, but it's like I'm walking around trying to just, you know, you just
take turn stuff, just whatever.
Take it. If you know, whatever I can give you, you know.
They're so inspirational, right? They've fought a battle.
Yeah.
Unless you've been there, you can't understand.
And I mean, to hear it from them too, I mean, that inspiration, how grateful they are for everybody. And when they're expressing to us there, how grateful. And that's one of those things I wish everybody in the Geocache Talk community could have heard what they were saying, you know, for what their impact is on their life and what they were going through. It definitely, you want to help out as much as you can. No question.
Absolutely. Yeah. And we couldn't post. You had to be there because we couldn't post.
Yep.
For privacy reasons, we weren't able to post. But this does bring us to a good spot though, because the little girl sang the song that she got to sing at St. Jude. So I want to play that, and I'll go grab some more. So Jesse wants me to show more stuff. So I'm going to grab more stuff, but I want to show you the video because this is the song that she got to sing.
Chemotherapy treatment can take months, even years to complete. To a child, 2 years can feel like forever. So when patients at St. Jude finish chemotherapy, we celebrate with a no more chemo party.
1, 2, 3. Our patients have the cutest SMILEs. Our patients have the sweetest HEARTs. Oh, we love to see you every day. But now's the time you get to say, hang up your bags, get out the door. You don't get chemo anymore.
Awesome.
You just can't beat it, right?
No, you can't.
And that's the thing, though. That's what they do. They make something that's such a heavy topic. They make it fun for those kids. It's like it's a requirement for the employees there. Not that they wouldn't anyway, right? But they're like, they have to be on the right track of making this. It's a heavy topic, but you've got to make it as fun for the kids. Celebrate when you can, because you don't, you know, without them, those kids would not be celebrating ever. So,
absolutely. Yeah. I think you told me too when, you know, and we'll talk about more during Podcast Hope, but
you
know, they're in charge. They run the floor.
Yep. That's the kids' place. You're just working around them.
Yeah. You work around them. They're in charge. So I've got some pins to give away. Part of the prize pack. So prize pack, you get pins. I've got a cool little water bottle tumbler things from St. Jude. Something that Jesse loves. I'm going to send you a few of these, Jesse. So no, I'm not. But I've got some Play Live buttons.
Hey, I have those in my classroom
to get their attention. Cool. Anyway, so I got more cool stuff. So all right. Let's do that. Let me let's pull up share my screen again, and we'll give away our second prize pack. So Ryan was the first winner, so I'm going to push the button. Oh yeah, #hope. So if you're just now joining us and you haven't done it yet, please put in #hope, and we're going to spin the wheel again. #hope. Put that in there so you can see it. So put that into the chat room and you'll be eligible to win. And so everybody. All right.
Pull the trigger.
Here we go. We see. Yeah, we're all seeing it. Just want to double check. Yep. Here we go. Draw again. Here we go. There it goes. It's spinning.
Did it stop? Oh. They come to me. They come to me.
Oh man, Jesse, is this inside baseball to get those socks?
That's a binding contract.
We are not eligible. No, they do not.
Okay.
We're not eligible. We're not eligible. Sorry. I like that the it doesn't know anything, so we just draw again. Here, we'll push the button.
Yeah.
There it goes. Jesse gets socks. That's pretty funny.
That's right. Jesse gets socks.
Oh, congratulations, Judy.
Judy. Good for her. Socks for Jesse.
That's right. Jesse, I like that hashtag.
Oh man, you got your own hashtag now.
That's right.
Yay, Judy.
Congrats, Judy. That's right.
Yeah.
I think everybody should create trackable socks to find their way to Jesse now.
That's right.
And it is optional if you choose to do trackable for the pair or only one sock. Maybe Jesse only wants left socks. Yeah.
Not used socks. Just to throw that out there.
Not used. We're not
going to. You had to set a bar somewhere.
Talk about. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. All right. We're on to 8 p.m.
Past that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's just keep going. All right. 8 p.m. Been on the show before, but many people just it's been some time. So we wanted to have him back. Again, some are geocaching, some are not. Some are geocaching, I guess, adjacent, with Jeopardy and the comics and all that. And but of course, Bryan, we're into it, right into geocaching. This guy spans geocaching and very famous, and is very famous for something in particular that we're going to. He likes to talk about, and I like that he likes to talk about it. So we're going to have on good old Doug Macrae, the creator of this Pac-Man, and how that whole crazy story happened. And looking forward to reliving the days, have him have his little ghost guy out, little Pac-Man ghost, right? Ghost.
Yes, the ghost.
Yeah, ghost.
Inky, Blinky, Pinky.
Yeah, he had one named after his sister. That's pretty funny.
Well, don't tell all his stories. Come on now.
Stories.
Yeah, Gary, you can't spill the beans from everyone.
Yeah.
Spill the beans right there. No, he has great stories. So
yeah, but he would be a good guest even if he didn't invent Miss Pac-Man because of the way he caches, and we'll talk about that when he comes on. But he definitely is like one of those people that other people dream about caching that way. We'll just put it that way when he's done a lot.
Yes.
Top in the world, you could say, in fact.
Top of the world, even. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Very top of the world.
That's fun no matter what.
Yeah. 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 Very excited to have Doug. And Doug's a big fan, supporter of Geocache Talk over the years. Really an early guest as well. So that was really important, that we were, he actually was on Cache and Release with me back in the really old days. And I saw his name when the very first time we had him on, and his name came up as a celebrity that geocaches. And really of all people, he really does fit in both worlds.
Oh yeah.
And I just reached out and said, hey, we do a geocaching podcast. It was back when I was on Cache and Release. And he's like, sure, let's do it. was like, oh man, this is awesome. So I was
cool.
I was so geeked out. I was just so excited. All right. All right. Next up, we've got the 9 p.m. So 9 p.m. is another, we're still running at volume 11. If you've noticed, we really haven't had a break as far as the Cavalcade of Stars, and we're not going to take any breaks this year. We're just going to roll, baby. And so this next one, again, I'm just blown away. And I think I'm going to be blown away from now on, Jesse, that we were able to get the people that we get. So this next guest is someone who got to do something pretty much before anybody in the world. And he did it recently. I have a photo of it that I can show you all.
Mm-hmm.
So let me start with the photo.
Go ahead.
So this gentleman is holding a piece of a asteroid that was returned back to Earth as part of a mission. So our guest for the 9 p.m. hour is Tupper Hyde. And I titled that hour, "What's Up with Space?" So Tupper is the Goddard Space Flight Center chief engineer at NASA and a geocacher. Kind of interesting, huh? Wow. So, yeah.
Isn't that kind of cheating, though? If you're an engineer at NASA, like, puzzles shouldn't even have any difficulty for you. Like, he probably didn't even, like, he never looks at a hint. He just, like, instantly solves puzzles and stuff like that. Like,
Could you imagine the puzzles he would make? Like if a rocket is blasting off from Florida, it'd be like,
nobody could solve those puzzles.
Hint must be a rocket scientist to figure this one out. Right?
Yeah, really.
Yes. Yeah. It doesn't take a rocket scientist, but in this case, it does. It takes Tupper. So
that'll be good.
Yeah. So having Tupper on will be great. To be honest, I'm not going to spill too many beans tonight, but I've tried to get Tupper on before, and it just never quite worked out. But I'm so fired up that it worked out this time to have Tupper on with us. So if somebody that no, he was fascinating. 614 Buckeye. Was he involved in getting the trackable? He wasn't. That was done mostly by the Jet Propulsion Laboratory. But that was we had on Dr. Luther Beagle, if you recall. And the way that I got a hold of Dr. Beagle to have him on the show was through Tupper. So I contacted Tupper and I said, "Hey, can you help us out? I don't know how to get a hold of," he goes, "Oh yeah, I'll get you hooked up." So,
crazy.
Yeah.
So that worked out perfect. So
leave it to a geocacher to help you track someone down.
Yeah. No kidding.
Track down the guy who put the trackable on the Mars rover. So yeah. Very exciting for that. So, all right, we do have one more giveaway to give in a moment. We've got a couple more hours to go over tonight. We do want to give you again some resources that you can provide to others. So one of the things that we do each year is we as we work with St. Jude, and that is, and of late, we've been involved with a division of their promotional folks. And so it's shown on this link here, we're part of what's called the Play Live group. So they kind of, it makes sense. They have different divisions of people who raise money for St. Jude. We have certain needs for a podcast, so they give us a lot of things for that. But for example, if you're going to be, doing a run, then they want to give you the resources that you would need to do a 5K or something. So there's a division that handles helping those folks, because it makes sense. They want to get the resources to the right people to give them the best opportunity to raise the money for what they're doing. So we're part of Play Live, and they have provided us with something that Jesse, you talked about earlier, which I really, really like, and the fact that we never see any of the money. The money goes straight to St. Jude. We get credit in the form of our goal of raising, like this year, 13,000. We don't see any of the money. It works out fabulously. It all does work out. So they provide us with a link, and we sort of took the link with their permission and blessing, and create a website that points you to that link to make it easier, because the link is a little bit of a word salad. So you can go there now. It is up and running. Up to you. If you want to give early, you can. If you want to give during the show, that's wonderful. Most people want to give during, but you can always go to, I'll do it at the top. So Podcast to Hope, podcasttohope.com is the website that you will be going to. Share it with everyone, podcastofhope.com. When you go to that website, or when you go to that link, it takes you to a Tiltify website, and that is our current website that we'll be using during the show to show the tote board. Back in the day, Jesse remembers, we used to do the tote board the hard way.
We used to do a literal whiteboard. Yeah,
we do a whiteboard. We'd scratch it out. I just have a little thing, but we'd have a whiteboard, and we'd do it like this. But now we don't have to do that. In fact, I'll show you the page real fast. We are able to use their links, and it gives us so many tools to use. So it's a really exciting thing. So we're able to go in, take that down. We're able to go in and provide the links for that. So the reason we mention that is because there are times when people aren't able to be with us on our live show. So, but they want to give, and they want to be able to give, and for it to give us sort of, in a sense, the credit as part of our campaign. And so Podcast of Hope will take you to this website, and we'll give you the donate. You can donate multiple ways. They have it all set up here, PayPal or credit card or whatever giving block. There's, they give you all that info. The website or the show is already up. We're live in 36 days, Jesse, just to let you know. That's all we've got. So we're getting close.
Hard to believe
we're getting close.
Coming that quick.
36 days.
It'll be here in no time.
No, doesn't it? It's crazy. And this will change as time. Yeah, this will go from 0, hopefully. Cross our fingers. And this got links up here. You can share it. There's the link for X, a link for Facebook. Obviously, again, do Podcast to Hope, and you don't have to worry about getting the actual lengthy one. Podcasttohope.com. Yeah. All right. So we got a couple more hours to talk about, and let's do the next hours. Okay. So we did Tupper, which is incredible. Love the fact that we're having Tupper. We got 2 more hours, and then we're going to do our final giveaway. Which one?
Tupper. I am so excited for that one. To hear about Tupper, you know, this talks to me is like so many great guests on here, like overall, and but that one specifically, I mean, just to hear everything that they're doing, all the projects, all the logistics, just
oh yeah,
yes.
I studied up for this the other day. I just went to the Kennedy Space Center here in Florida the other day.
Mm-hmm.
That was part of my birthday present, so I got to go and hang out there all day.
Cool.
I'm like a little kid. I know I can't help it, but it was awesome. It gets you so excited. Just, you know, it's just a museum, right? It's nothing. It was awesome. And, you know, I'm not even going to get into it because I can talk about that for an hour easily. But
so
I'm excited he's going to be on there. That's cool. It just excites you every time. When you start talking about space again, you feel like a little kid all over again.
Absolutely. No, it's going to be fabulous. This next one, again, each hour is completely different, which I really like. The fact that we kind of do go and we're allowed, you know, we have this going in all different directions, which is fun. It really is fun for the show. It's not the same thing every hour. So this next one is also a fascinating, going to be a fascinating hour in our Cavalcade of Stars. So, and completely different. It's one of these has been completely different. So the 10 p.m. is Della. So Della Bishop, and I'll give you a little bit of the backstory. I named it, you need a kidney? Take one of mine. I got an extra. Della does not have an extra now because she donated her kidney. She did not donate her kidney to what you and I would think would be like, oh, a family member. Oh yeah, I mean, all of us, I think, would say, oh, my brother needs a kidney. It's my brother, But how about when you donate a kidney to just a friend? That's stepping up.
That is a very selfless act for sure.
I mean, I love you.
Act for somebody to do that.
I mean, I love you guys, but do I love you
a lot.
Give me a
lot.
You're saying, Gary, you don't love me that much on that one, or
TBD?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
TBD. So
that'll be a fascinating story, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Now we know Della's the one on the left, and her kidney buddy for life is the one on the right. We again, pulling back the curtain, Della's on for sure. We don't know if the kidney recipient is going to be available or not, but the story is still incredible, and Della is going to be on and talk about donating and how we all can be part of organ donation. And again, incredible. Just going to be a fascinating hour.
Yeah.
Della, how this sort of came about is Della and I grew up neighbors, and we had a really cool community of kids. We lived on a circle, which is kind of odd. So there was a street in, and then there was just it's like a giant, almost like a cul-de-sac kind of. I mean, there was one exit out of this neighborhood, but it made a complete circle, and called Village Circle. And we had growing up, we were so, I feel blessed and privileged that I lived on that street. I had some of the greatest times and fun. There was a lot of kids that lived on Village Circle, and a good friend, one of my best friends lived around the corner. And back then it's like, you get on your bike, you ride down to somebody's, I know many people do that even to this day, I hope people do that. But we were always hanging out, and the great thing is we could go to anybody's house and hang out and have fun, and it was just a great fun neighborhood. And we kept up. We're still friends to this day, and we just don't see each other as much. She's actually teaching now in our old school district. She still lives down in San Antonio area, and I live up in the Dallas area, so we don't really get to see each other as often. But it's going to be a fascinating story to hear what it was like. What was it? How did this all occur?
Yeah. And it's a big ask. Yeah. Just like she just said, it's a big ask to do for somebody, right? And to donate part of your body to somebody. That means you don't have an extra at that point, by the way.
No.
You don't just throw another one in. It doesn't work that way. No. So
you get one.
And talk about an amazing and great cause to raise awareness for with organ and tissue donation.
Yeah.
Something that I've definitely benefited from in the past year myself. So it's something very near and dear to my heart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Chronically Tired Mom mentions that husband is a kidney transplant recipient. His brother kidney was almost a perfect match. So that's great. Yeah. So now you guys are not allowed. I'm just laying the groundwork right now. I'm laying down. Where's my hammer? Laying the hammer down now. You are not allowed to ask her a bunch of questions about what I was like as a kid and what kind of trouble her and I got into. Okay. I'm just saying.
Gary, that was one of the top responses in what people were wondering, from Gary Slinkard, from the Cradle to Geocache Talk.
So no,
we'll get the info out. Don't worry, we'll get the info.
Yeah, I'm sure you will. So,
we need black material, so we might not do it all on air. So I'm just saying.
No, and all right. So then we've got, I think, the last hour. So I want to show a little bit of how this last hour is going to go. So let me show you a little bit of that.
Today is December 29, and I have decided that I am going to raise some money for charity. And this is how I'm going to do it. Now you're all going to think I'm nuts. You open the cash, and there's cash in there. Not a lot. Maybe a couple pennies, maybe a couple dimes, a couple quarters. I'm going to take that change home, and I'm going to put it in a jar, and I'm going to save it for a full year, and then I'm going to donate it to St. Jude's when Geocache Talk does their podcast of hope. We're going to start this right here, right now. I got Hailmeister here with me, and we're going to open up this cash right here. If there's any change in here, we're going to take the change, and I'm going to throw some swag in, and then we're going to put that change in the jar. Let's check out that second bag.
All right, what else we got in here?
Oh, I hear jingling.
Pencils, and there's some change. There's a quarter right there.
Nice.
Let's see what we got. Let's dig it out.
Lay it right out here in my hand.
There's a leaf. No, you don't
leave that alone.
There's that.
What is that?
That's a quarter.
Okay.
That's really nasty.
We'll have to clean up. Oh.
In the first place. Okay. Couple pennies.
So we're up at 27 cents.
Wow, you got a nice haul here. All right, we got another penny. Oh, look at that.
Another nice quarter. Shiny quarter.
Yep. Let's see. Wait, another. Man. Holy cow. There's another penny and another quarter.
So we're up to 79 cents right now.
Yeah, okay. Oh, wait. Oh. Here's some more. Okay. Another penny. That's 80
cents.
And I think we're all tapped out here. Yep, since you can't come with the Buffalo nickel. So we'll put that back.
All right, so we ended up with 80 cents right here. There it is, 80 cents, at least we think. Because we're out geocaching, and Eric found a penny in this cache. It's only a penny going into the hashtag Coins for Kids jar.
All right. There you go. We'll have the coin. we'll have the Coins for Kids guys on. That'll be.
People have been collecting all year too. You got, as Tony mentioned, he's got a little over $30 in his TV hotel for Coins for Kids to donate.
Yeah,
that is awesome.
People have been collecting all year, and it adds up. All that little stuff adds up, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tony created a really cool looking donation bin in his Travel Bug Hotel for Coins for Kids. It has the logo and everything. It's really Tony's done a great job of that, and yeah, it really does. And you know, Neil and Jason and Craig have joked about. I didn't show the whole video, but we'll keep that for Podcast of Hope. But yeah, and people, what's funny about it is people are starting to bring. Neil tells me, Jason's had it too, but people bring them like bags of just coins. Like, hey, I went through the house and we just kind of gathered up all the coins. I threw them in a bag, and here it is. And you'll bring this big old bag of coins.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so that's good. Oh yeah, there you go.
I love the creativity of geocachers. Right, it's not just like give me money. Now they're making it fun. It's part of geocaching. People can get together, and it's just little bits at a time. Right, little bits at a time make a huge difference.
Absolutely. In the Facebook group, and I put the link in the chat. If people haven't joined it, you should join it. It's so cool to see everything that everybody's collecting on that side.
Yeah.
And I mean, just so incredible.
Yes. So we're going to wrap up the night. Hopefully that will be the impetus to put us over the limit to over our goal of 13. And so we put them strategically at the end of the night. Give us that last punch, that last boost at the very last, because I know there'll be a lot of people who want to give. So yeah, Ryan's right. There's still 36 days.
Absolutely.
So and I know some people who have, and people can do it however they want. But I think people are going to who give, and we'll talk about. We're going to wrap up with the how some of the particulars, but you could give your Coins for Kids during that hour, and I think a lot of people want to do that. They want to give their Coins for Kids during the 11 p.m. hour. But one thing that we do, and people give differently. Some people just want to give, and they're not really as concerned with the prizes. If you want to win a prize, that's fun to do.
Yeah, that's part of the fun. It's okay.
Some people will take whatever they're gonna give for Podcast Hope for St. Jude, and they'll split it between each hour, and then they'll give a portion each hour, because that gives them another opportunity to win a prize. We encourage you to give however you like to give. I mean, if people want to do that, we don't, that is perfectly fine.
It's all about the giving. You can do it however you want to do it, right?
Yeah. I don't want to forget to mention that artedcrafted.com. In fact, I'm going to bring them up, but I'm wearing their Coins for Kids shirt right now. So you can, if you buy this shirt from Arted Crafted, they make zero money off of the sale, because whatever it costs to buy this shirt, that money goes to St. Jude, which I think is incredible that they're willing to give all. I mean, they don't even take out a portion of it to cover their costs. So that's part of their donation to St. Jude is to do that. They're going to provide you with a shirt. These are really nice shirts. I encourage everyone to go buy one tonight. The interesting thing too is I like wearing this shirt around, because people ask me, what the heck is Coins for Kids?
Yeah.
And it gives me a chance to talk about St. Jude. So, go buy a shirt, artedcrafted.com. I'll put a banner up for them. And we're going to do our last giveaway here in a moment, but artedcrafted.com. Go check them out. And they have also, as we mentioned before, we give away things during all those different hours. We already have people who have given in the past or like, I want to give again this year. So we have vendors. Arted Crafted will be is one of those vendors that wants to give again. They're going to give a T-shirt every hour, which is tremendous. So they'll be giving a shirt every hour again. So just, I'm always blown away by the generosity of folks to provide different items. Just it's wonderful. And
yeah,
we have some
it takes
anonymous.
A lot of people to get this show together and really prizes and everything, and they amaze us and come together every year.
Yeah, and I really I'm always blown away, like I said, and I'm always encouraged by people who they don't want any limelight, they don't want anything.
Yeah,
they just want to provide and be part of. They want to be part of it, and they want to be able to give. So we are able to to turn around and show people and give some prizes, and so that's always wonderful.
And how generous of so many people to donate all those different prizes too.
Oh yeah,
take a look at those. I mean, some of the pictures like coming through of some of the generous donations are just like amazing of what people are putting together.
Yeah, and we really are want to encourage we want to encourage people to patron those folks. Space Coast in the past, Cashly, Cash Advanced. There's a lot of different companies who are in line again to give, who just give prizes. I mean, they give away product. I mean, they're giving away their money that they, product that they sell, and they just give them away. And so it's been wonderful to be in partnership with many of them. So that's the lineup. I think it's I'm a good, excited. Yeah. Just a, I joke the last few years that the lineup reminds me of if you actually get a fire during a fireworks show and all the fireworks go off at the same moment. That in this case, it's 8 hours of it, but it's like Podcast of Hope this year is like the fireworks all going off at the same moment, from Heather to, to Jared, Jeopardy champion, to having Bryan on, to St. Jude, to Doug talking about, Ms. Pac-Man, to Tupper talking about space, to Della talking about giving a kidney, all the way up to the Coins for Kids. So, I mean, should be great. I call it a cavalcade of stars because, to be honest, that's the way I kind of see that. It's cavalcade of stars. So, all right. Well, we're going to do one more giveaway. And Nicole, everybody get your shots in, because it's a great show about a show, and she can't wait for the show. Somebody mentioned earlier this week that this is like the tailgating prior to the show. So
that's a good way to look at it.
A good way to look at it. So, all right, let me pull up the giveaway again. Hashtag Hope if you'd like to be part of it. Do you have a live audience? It's a live show. It's 8 straight hours of a live show.
There's nobody in studio live. We're not doing it in front of people.
No. The only one I know is that Jared will be with me because he doesn't live too far from here. So Jared will be with us live in studio, but we don't have a live audience. Although someday we could maybe do a live audience. That'd be kind of a wild. That'd be a wild 8-hour
really
show.
Fun.
That'd be a long show. That'd be a long time. But we have done live shows, just not for the 8-hour podcast.
No. Yeah, it's a good idea. Use text Dave if you want to do a video. That's always encouraged to do.
Anything we can do to promote this cause.
Yeah, absolutely. So, okay, everybody put your info in. I'm going to bring up the screen, and we'll give away our third and final prize pack. We've had 2 winners, Ryan, and then the last one was Judy. So hers is going to show up. She didn't win again. That's just I didn't push the button again. So, all right, I am pushing the button, and we're going to see who wins the third and final. Here we go. Hit the draw again button. As it spins.
Oh, congratulations, John.
Oh, look who won. Jen, you're getting your socks.
There you go.
Jen gets her socks.
Yeah. Go, Jen.
They're coming your way. Yay. Socks are headed your way. So
may have to take some pictures and share them with Jesse to let them know how good they are.
FTF prize and one of your caches. I'm just saying.
FTF prize. That's true.
Brad's like, woo, socks. Hey, you can't steal those, Brad. Those are Jen's. Although yeah. They're sitting at probably about 5 feet away from each other as they watch the show. So
that's right.
Yeah. So it says on here, and I know we'll wrap up. It says on the back for those that aren't going to get them, it has a thank you. It says, "We want your feet as warm as your heart. Thank you for helping raise funds to help the kids of St. Jude Children's Hospital. Because St. Jude shares the discoveries it makes, you're playing a vital role in helping save kids around the world. We'll see you for these are older prizes from last year, but that's okay. I only got them. I just got them. So anyway, they don't go bad. They're socks.
Go. That's right.
So, and somebody will get the crazy button. I'm not going to push it again, but there's the button I'll give away. All right, we're done. So, we'll do a final thought, and we'll be done, and we'll see everybody on Sunday. We're doing spooky caches. We're doing the Halloween themed night, and that'll be fun. So never know what we're going to be spill that night. You know what we're boiling in our big cauldron, our witch's brew.
Are you going to spill some spooky beans, Gary? Is that what you're saying?
Spooky beans. No, I don't know. We'll have fun. Yeah, thank you, Candace Miner, for that. Spread the word, everyone. 36 days. Yeah. Definitely have people. Yeah. Definitely, really help us out. Spread the word. We can only reach so many, and it really will help if you would help us. So podcasttohope.com is the giving away spot. Again, the money goes to St. Jude. And final thoughts, guys.
I think we've kind of touched on everything. We got 36 days. And we've talked about how everybody comes together for this one. And this is the most serious thing we do all year, but we have fun doing it. And I look forward to it every year. Even though it's 8 hours long, it's a long, long time to be up and doing things. It's worth it. Without a doubt, it's worth doing.
Yeah. John?
Yeah. And I mean, and I think we've touched on many great things tonight. It's just what a great way for the geocaching community to come together for just an absolutely great cause. And, I think for all of us, who were there, in Memphis this summer for Cache Fest, hearing those stories was just so incredibly touching. And again, just how inspirational and how grateful they were on that side. Mm-hmm. So if everybody can help us get the word out for this great cause, to show people how awesome the geocaching community is. I mean, what a cool thing that would be.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just a cause that we're going to continue to be a part of. Cancer rates have come down quite a bit. St. Jude has been instrumental in getting cancer rates down, but cancer rates are not at 0%. So we've got to keep fighting. We've got to keep finding cures. We have to continue to. One of the things that St. Jude does, is they share all of their research. And one of the things that the reason why I wanted to play that one we played earlier is the fact that, 4 out of 5 in the US is incredible. The fact that we've gotten it down. We need to get to 5 out of 5 that survive cancer. But one of the things that St. Jude's doing, of course, is from an international standpoint, they're still sitting at 1 out of 5 survive. So, the more that we can get, more resources we can get to St. Jude, the more they can also propagate out the cures around the world to get that number down. We want to get to where, obviously 5 out of 5, but we want 4 out of 5 US and 4 out of 5 non-US children are surviving. So let's all be a part, and let's really, we all have only the resources we have, but if you can go find 3 other people, 5 other people, and they can give, some of the resources, and if those people, it's like a multiplication, Jesse, it's in your math, it's in your wheelhouse. It's not necessarily addition, but it's multiplication. If 2 people can tell 2 people to tell 2 people to tell 2 people to tell 2 people, encourage people to, and that's why we do the show to have a fun show, but that's not the point of the show. But it's something fun to do. People love to watch, these great guests, but we need people to watch tonight. I want to task you with, you go tell people about Podcast of Hope, not for any reason for us, but just the fact that we're going to do a show that'll be entertaining. I think it'll be that it's going to be good, but also it gets other people involved. So get as many people involved as you possibly can. And so there you go. Yep. All right. We'll see you guys Sunday. Get the word out, and we look forward to more shows coming up. And that's it. Good night, everybody.
All right.
Take care, everybody.